Have you ever had a moment when your world came to a complete stop? Not from grief, not from anger, but from a silence so deep, it echoed with something you never expected to hear. Before I tell you what happened, I want to ask, where are you listening from? Which city? Drop it in the comments. I love seeing how stories connect us in the strangest, most beautiful ways. Now let me take you back. The house had become painfully quiet since my husband Victor died. After 42 years of marriage, his absence wasn't just beside me in bed, it was everywhere. The kitchen, the garage, even the creaky hallway. His cardigan still hung on the chair, his toothbrush still sat in the bathroom, and the crossword he left unfinished was still waiting on the porch. Days blurred together. I kept busy, cleaning drawers that didn't need cleaning, folding laundry that didn't need folding. But grief can't be organized. It just stays. And then came Adrian. He wasn't a stranger. He had been Victor's closest friend. For months, he checked in on me, groceries, repairs, or just company. But one Thursday afternoon, he arrived earlier than usual. I turned and smiled as he entered. "You're early," I said. He didn't answer right away. Instead, he hugged me longer than usual. And when he finally spoke, his voice was quiet. "I thought you could use some company today." That day, we sat on the porch, drinking tea. At first, it was small talk, weather, news, but slowly the conversation turned personal. He told me stories about Victor I had never heard. Funny ones, brave ones, tender ones. We laughed until I realized I hadn't laughed like that in months. Something inside me shifted. The next time he came over, it felt different. The way he carried the groceries inside. The way he looked at me when I handed him a cup of coffee. The silence between us wasn't awkward anymore. It was full, alive. And then one evening, it happened. We were in the kitchen, side by side, cooking dinner. He reached past me for a plate, and for a second, his hand brushed against mine. I froze. He did too. When I looked up, his eyes held mine longer than they should have. There it was, the unspoken truth neither of us wanted to admit. That night when he left, he lingered at the door. His voice was low when he said, "Elena, you don't always have to be strong. Not with me." My heart pounded, because in that moment, I wasn't just a widow. I wasn't just grieving. I was a woman being seen again. Weeks passed and we grew closer. Walks in the park, quiet dinners, moments of laughter that melted into long silences. Every glance, every word carried weight. I wrestled with guilt. Was this betrayal? Was I dishonoring Victor's memory? But then I remembered what love really is. Love doesn't die with loss. It transforms. It finds new ways to bloom, even in the darkest seasons. One evening, as the city lights flickered outside, Adrian whispered, "I don't want to replace him. I just don't want you to be alone." Tears filled my eyes, because he wasn't asking for permission. He was offering comfort. He was offering himself. Today, I don't know where this path will lead. Maybe it's dangerous. Maybe it's too soon. But for the first time in a long time, my heart is awake. And once your heart wakes up, you can never put it back to sleep.